Good morning, sighted friend. It's Mitty Man coming at you again from Walks of Music. And we want to give God all the honor, praise, and glory for life, health, and strength. And we thank Him for each and every one of you. Sighted friend, you know who you are. You see my title this morning said Black History Month. As y'all know that on February they designated our nation government designated the month of February would be honored and set aside to commemorate black history in this country. And they call it the Black History Month. In other words, where we celebrate great African Americans who have contributed so much to this here country. And I'm proud, I should say, to be a part of it. Excuse me, this morning we got a lot of things on my mind. We're trying to put a pint into we're trying to pour a quart into a pint this morning, trying to get ready for church service as well. We wanted to say that I just wanted to say that we are highly we highly appreciate and we thank God for the African Americans that have contributed so much to the advancement of this country, and we know that the African American have went through tremendous trials in this country as well. But we don't want to dwell on that. But we just want to put everybody in remembrance to let them know, especially our people, that we did go through an ordeal, and that a high price was paid for the liberty that we are enjoying right now. And we are to never forget those ones. And I know we always think of our great leader, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And needless to say, I want those to know that those that don't know, he was also a reverend. In other words, he was a reverend, and we'll never forget our civil leader. He was a civil leader. Matter of fact, and we want to thank God for him. And we dare not put anybody equal with Jesus Christ, though. I mind y'all, don't do that. No one is greater than our greatest leader, which is Jesus, Yeshua. But we thank God for leading our brother King, and he was walking with him, and he was strengthening him to do the things that he did. And we are so grateful for that. And matter of fact, and to his family, matter of fact, I just saw Bernice not too long ago. Matter of fact, I think me and Bernice, we sort of close in age. I don't know whether I'm about a year or two older than her. I think I might be a year or two older than Bernice. But nevertheless, we are so close in age, and Bernice is, she just like her dad to me. She just like King. She just like her dad to me, Dexter and all of them. And we just to the whole King family and their mom that just not too many years ago passed away. She went to join Martin, and we have a great sense of just gratitude this morning. We thanking God and thanking them, and Martin, he wasn't the only leader that we had. We had others, like I said, Abernathy and all of them, Andrew Young, Jesse Jackson, all of those cats. They walked with King out there during that time, and we want to honor them and their families as well. As a matter of fact, Jesse, he yet head in the Rainbow Push. And I saw him not too many Saturdays ago, and we had our great Dr. Joseph Lowry that was there. And Joseph Lowry was a great man, in other words. And matter of fact, I saw Clay Evans and the great singing preacher, in other words. Then we got to go all the way back, a little bit further back than King. We had Medgar Evers and everything. Medgar Evers also was assassinated. And we got many great black Americans that contributed. Those that I'm not mentioning, please, is not because I'm just trying to leave them out on purpose. But we want to honor all our black leaders, all of them, even to the lady that we always we forget about her a lot of times. The lady that refused to give up her seat. In other words, the woman that refused to give up her seat. And a lot of times, like right now, it's escaping me. It's escaping me for a name. Now, I got it on the tip of my tongue and can't even bring it out. Why is that, people? Why is that? It's because of the fact that we do these things seasonal. It's just like a lot of songs, like the Negro National Anthem. I played that song many times, but every time I go to play it, I have difficulty and I have to revert back to the hymn to actually refresh my mind, about the way it goes. In other words, I know the tune, but I forget the chords sometimes. Why is that? It is because they are seasonal. We do not do them but just once a year. Just like what would you say? It's just like the Christmas carols. You know, a lot of times I play Christmas carols and they'll come back to me, but they are seasonal. In other words, we forget it and we have to go back. Now, I don't know about y'all other musicians out there, but I know I do. I have to go back and refresh myself because I have forgotten the way they go sometimes. You know what I mean? And it's just amazing how we can forget certain things. So that's how come I said, you know, we need to do more than just these things seasonal. We need to keep them on our mind on a regular basis. And I'm trying to get my other PCs up here right. My internet been off for the last couple of hours, so I did not have a chance to update my computers the way I wanted to. So this is how come I'm running a little late this morning. But I want y'all to remember. That we, as a people, have advanced a long way since Martin. In other words, Martin gave his life right there in Memphis, Tennessee, where he was assassinated. He was assassinated right there in Memphis, Tennessee, 1968. And I was a little bit of boy. I was about 6, 7 years old, and when he got shot. But we have advanced a long way since then, and I just want us as a people to remember. And remember this too, people. Before we got a lot of hatred in us too. I'm talking about the black race. We got some hatred in us. And then, you know, what some people would say, you know, they got a right, they are justified. No, I'm not going to justify hate. Hate, I'm never justifying wrong. No, we need to forget about that mess. Everybody, if you go back in time, you ask your historian, you ask Jesse, you ask Abernathy and the Young and all of them. If you can get a chance to talk to them, you ask them and they'll tell you they had just as many white followers as they did black. Yes, they did. There was not a lot of them were invisible, but they had just as many supporters out there that was even marching with them and during the time of the struggle. So don't get all mixed up and then start having hate, you know, against the white man, against nobody. We shouldn't hate no one. Look, it happened. We can't change history. We can't change it. What is happening is over and done with. People, let's make a better day and let's embrace each other. Let's love each other. Let us remember and let us try to make the things better. We can make the future better, but we can't do nothing about the past. Let's forget it. This is Mitty Man saying, whatever you get into, if God is not in it, it's best that you come out of it. Mitty Man said, peace, goodbye. I'm sorry. This Mitty Man coming back at you again. People, listen, I mentioned something and didn't even tell you the name of the lady. But the name of the lady was Rosa Parks. She was the one that refused to give up her seat. In other words, and that started another movement in the civil struggle. So in other words, I just want to see, we can forget about certain people because we don't dwell on them enough. But I'm not saying dwell on the negative. Let's dwell on the positive. That's all I wanted to say. I just come back to let you know. But Rosa Parks is the lady that refused to give up her seat. And I'm gonna ask those musicians. I'm sending a challenge out to us, and I'm gonna start first. Let us get across the board and let us stay sharp on our chop. You see, I had to go back to this morning and get my hymnal out. Yes, I did, because see, today this is Black History Month, and we probably gonna commemorate it some kind of way. And guess what? If we need to sing the Negro, this is the lift every voice and sing. It is the Negro anthem. It's the Negro anthem. And so most of the time, most churches, in the black church especially, I hate to say that, but you know, we got to be a realist. We know that Sunday morning is the most segregated time we have in all the year. And every day of the week, Sunday is the most segregated. But nevertheless, lift every voice and sing. This is the national Negro anthem. And most of the time, we will be called on to sing this. So now, you don't have to play. Let me tell y'all something. Hymnals were never made to be played. They were made to be sung. So now, you musicians, now I can play this here. I can read it off the book. But I do it in my own little simplified way. But I breaks it down so I can go along with the congregation. Because the congregation, let me tell you something, you got to be able, musicians, let me tell you something, to play in every key. Because there is no telling what key that the congregation may be in. And if you let them start singing it, they may be in F sharp, they may be in G, they may be in A flat, which is A flat is the key that is originally was in. But remember now, I'm telling you, hymns were made to be sung and not played. So therefore, you musicians that may not be able to play this here hymn, don't worry about it. But at least know the tune so you can lead the congregation in singing it. Because you don't necessarily have to play it. But you can lead the congregation in singing it. Because most of the time, the congregation will either be in F sharp, G. Some of them may be in the original key, but I doubt it. I'm just going to be honest with you, I doubt it. They may sing it in any key, but the original key that it was written in. But just in case they don't sing it in A flat, and you can learn it in the hymn in A flat, and you can learn to play it to a degree in A flat. But guess what? If the congregation be in F sharp, what you going to do? If you don't know how to play in every key, you're going to be lost. And now you got to be embarrassed because of the fact that you couldn't play along with the congregation. So your safest bet, until you're able to play in every key and to know how to transpose a song in every key automatically on the fly, it's best for you to let them start it off and you lead them in the song a cappella. Leave the music alone. That's just a tip from me, man. Peace. Goodbye.